evening, race fans. Welcome to tonight's feature event, the Street Stock Showdown, sponsored by East Action Sports. It's going to be 99 laps around the 1 mile Rockingham Speedway. All these drivers have one fast repair, 3 sets of tires at their disposal, and they've got a 40% fuel allotment in these Street Stock machines. So it's going to be a great night out here on track as open qualifying coming to an end. And it's been a pretty good night so far. Everybody doing a great job, getting around the track pretty clean. A lot of the drivers working together, saying, hey, here's how I can help you with setups. Here's what we can do to make you a little bit faster, as Birchmeyer is going to find himself on top of pole. Babinger second, McRae third in the number 99, Sullivan fourth, and White will be starting fifth on the grid today. But we're going to get ready to take it to the grid as qualifying has officially ended. Looks like to me about 14 drivers making the field today, maybe a little bit less as we saw a couple disconnects right before we got ready to go live here. But let's take it to the grid for tonight's main event. You've got Travis Birchmeyer up front, Jordan Babinger second, Tyler McRae is going to be starting third tonight, Patrick Sullivan will be starting fourth, Joseph White fifth, Kenny Tripp starting sixth. A lot of great drivers. Good to see all these guys back again. Travis Sukup starting 7th. Stephen Rex 8th. Andrew Neri in the 654 will be starting 9th. Mark Proctor, a newcomer to Team Goon Squad, he'll be starting 10th tonight. Joseph Penn 11th. Gregory Williams 12th. Then you've got Bob Fitzgerald, Chris Horton, and Nicholas Payne will round out our field tonight. And let's get ready to go racing here at Rockingham. And this short 1 mile racetrack, it's a lot of fun in these street stock machines. It's a little bit less hectic than it is driving the Cup cars or maybe the Gander Mountain trucks around. Babinger in the 48, Birchmeyer in the number 1. Birchmeyer has not taken to the field yet, so let's see if we can get the number 1 on track as quickly as we can. Looks like it's going to be about 10 cars to take the grid tonight. Still waiting on Mark Proctor and Trevor Birchmeyer. Mark Proctor has made it to the grid, so now we're waiting on the pole setter, Trevor Birchmeyer. Not sure where he's at right now. The pole setter, Birchmeyer, unable to make it to the grid. He is not gridding. Mark Proctor not making it to the grid as well. They may be starting from the pits here tonight. An interesting play by those drivers. So we did get a report from Race Control that Birchmeyer, not able to grid, had a run for tonight's event. So he is able to come out, put down a record-breaking lap, but unable to make it to tonight's event. Hate to see it for Birchmeyer in the number 1 machine. He was obviously an odds-on favorite, able to go out there and set pole, but let's get ready to take it green. Now Tyler McRae is going to move up front next to Jordan Babinger, so that inside line will all shuffle up 1 spot. So McRae in the number 99 machine, he's always very fast at these public races. Last week at Charlotte, he wasn't having a whole lot of time. It was a bit of a bloodbath. We switched it to a paid track at Rockingham, and that made clearing things out. Pace car is in. Initial start is on the green here. As McRae does not get the launch he wanted. That's going to allow Jordan Babinger to make his way up front. Patrick Sullivan in second. Tyler McRae in third as they're going to dive into turn 1. And let's see what these drivers can put on for us here today. 99 laps around the 1 miler. These guys are putting down about 26-second lap times in qualifying, really hauling the mail. But tire wear is going to be the name of the game here at Rockingham. As you see Kenny Tripp get pushed to the outside in the number 48. Patrick Sullivan takes over second place. You've got Tyler McRae, the number 99. He's running third right now in the Sim Speed setup shop sponsor number 99. You've got Stephen Rex, Kenny Tripp. They're going side by side through 1 and 2. Looked like that might have been Kenny. Gets into the wall just a little bit in the number 12 machine, but able to hold on to it. Behind Kenny, you've got Joseph White in the number 4. You've got Travis Sukup in the 88, and then you've got Andrew Neri in the 654 bringing home the rear. As things are getting shaken up just a little bit, I think that was Joseph White having a bit of internet problems, able to get back underneath them. Well, let's take it back out front as Jordan Babinger put down the fastest lap of the race so far with a 26.51. You've got to wonder to yourself, how much can he hot lap before he needs to come in for tires? Now, fuel-wise, these drivers should be pretty good for the overall long run. They've got plenty of tire to make it through majority of the race, if not the entire race, especially if we get a caution later on tonight. But so far, these guys keeping it clean and green. Got a little bit of racing going on as Kenny Tripp moving up the field just a little bit. He edged out Joseph White in the number 4 machine. And they're going to go side by side into turn 3 and 4. You got McRae on the outside. You got Joseph White on the inside, but keep an eye on McRae, the number 99. He's going to tuck in behind the number 4, try and get a draft. We know the low line is where you want to be going into some of these corners, able to edge out your competition if they start to drift up the racetrack. But still early on in tonight's race, nobody really needing to use the bumper to make up spots. It's all going to be about pace here today and keeping those tires underneath you. All these drivers doing a great job keeping it clean. And while we have a quick moment, on behalf of Team Goon Squad Broadcasting, thank you all for tuning in tonight. I'm James East up in the booth, bringing the action 1080p, 60 frames a second. I think 7 nights a week now, so always a pleasure to have everyone tuning in, supporting the stream, supporting your favorite drivers. That's the biggest thing. And just able to help out their friends and keep things going. So thank you to you guys that tune in from across the world. As always, if you have a favorite driver you're cheering on, let us know. We try and give as much TV time to everybody we possibly can. As Patrick Sullivan, he's got Stephen Rex, the 28, hot on his tail. This is the battle for second on your screen right now, as Jordan Babinger in the 48 able to check out so far. He currently holds about a 2-second gap over second place Sullivan and Stephen Rex, who's on screen right now. Babinger's fastest lap of the race was a 26.48. A lot of these guys run different leagues together in Street Stock Series, able to communicate amongst 4 or 5, sometimes 6 drivers, really work out what's going to be the best way to set up these cars together. As Stephen Rex trying to make a move on Patrick Sullivan. You see him getting all the way down the apron, coming out of 4, using that yellow line to help rotate that car just a little bit more once he gets on the apron, drops those left tires and kind of helps pull the car around. But it's a very dangerous game of being fast and being a little bit too loose, and you find yourself really struggling to hold on to the car. But Stephen Rex is going to make the pass happen. Let's see, can Patrick Sullivan answer the number 16? Are they going to be happy following single file for just a little while? Try and whittle away at that 3-second gap that Jordan Babinger has. Nicholas Payne, he comes in earlier, jumps to the pits. I don't know if he's a late entry here tonight. I believe he is, has not turned a lap yet. So Nicholas Payne in the 32, a late entry, but able to get back out there, burn some laps. With these recruitment racers, no money on the line this week, so all these guys out here trying to get seat time, work on their setups and their driving in preparation for our Pro Series that's sponsored and brought to you by the Team Goon Squad guys. War says the 24 looking a little bit squirrely. And that's one of the things, that fine line between being fast and being very, very smooth. And we had a brief drop there, but we're back, so great. So yeah, these street stocks, you want to run it as loose as you possibly can, but it's so hard to find that fine line between really fast and can't hold on to it. All these guys up at the front of the pack, they're very good at doing both. Oh, right as we say that. That was Patrick Sullivan with a big hit in the outside wall. Come on, the backstretch. The number 16 has a hard hit on the right side. And you can see the damage there on the number 16. Now, he does have one fast repair at his disposal to try and get that car repaired and get back out there all the way up to pace. So let's see how bad that affects his run. Stephen Rex still running second place, but Jordan Babinger in the number 48 is putting on a commanding lead right now. Again, he's got the fastest lap overall of the race with a 26.48. His last time by was a 26.7, so he is being very, very fast all the way through this. We're only going to be on lap 15 as he crosses the start-finish line. And he's got a long way to go. Can he keep that pace up all the way around, or is he going to try and hammer out some laps, maybe put down a comfortable lead on the rest of the field? before trying to take the pit stop early on. Now, I've got to say, Race Control has got to be happy with what they see so far tonight. It's always great hosting a public event where everybody runs very clean and keeps it green, so well done to these guys. Closest battle on track right now is the battle for fourth. You're watching Joseph White, the number 4 machine. Behind him, you've got Tyler McRae, the Droppin' Bombs Racing team captain, running that 99. You've also got Travis Sukup in the 88. He's following McRae. Kenny Tripp, he had that a little bit of bobble early on, but it seems like he's getting it back underneath him, able to charge back out front. But so far, it looks like these guys are pretty comfortable where they're at. It's going to be a tire strategy as we continue these long green flag runs. Nicholas Payne, that late entry came out, had an incident. He returned back to the pits, calling an early night for him. 9 cars still on the lead lap. Let's take a look at our friend Mark Proctor. Proctor came out tonight with almost no seat time in the number 36 machine. Has absolutely zero setup experience. As you can see, the car starting to bottom out, coming in, I believe that was 1 and 2. But Proctor doing a great job in one of the Team Goon Squad sponsored cars. And biggest thing for Proctor right now is just getting out there, getting some laps under his belt, especially in the street stock, before he gets thrown into the Lion's Den for the Pro Series. The other Team Goon Squad driver out on track, the 654 Andrew Neri. Both doing Team Goon Squad drivers are running last and second to last, so great to see the consistency from the guys. But again, the biggest thing, they're out there, they're getting seat time and getting more and more familiar with these cars, which is going to help them out later on in the season. Still having a great battle for third place on track. You're watching Patrick Sullivan. He's chased by Joseph White right now. Sullivan put down a 27.31 his last time by. Joseph White did a 27 flat, so White's having a little bit more pace. Let's see if he puts a move on Sullivan or if he's going to watch and wait for a little bit. But man, I gotta say, these guys are doing a great job keeping it clean. Kenny Tripp having a rough go around. I'm not sure if he's maybe not found the setup he's looking for, or kind of came into it cold tonight, as he's found himself giving a little bit of touch to that wall every now and then, number 12. So he's running one of those setups that's very, very loose, very, very fast, but not having quite the seat time as much as the other drivers coming in tonight. And really struggling so far with number 12, but I mean, he's staying out there, he's keeping it clean. We haven't had any cautions yet, so well done to the 12 as he's trying to chase down Travis Sukup in the number 88. Sukup's just in front of him on screen. That's what about a 0.6 second gap looks like here at Rockingham. And let's go back up front where things are getting dicey. You've got Tyler McRae, Joseph White, and Travis Sukup all running this 3-pack, trying to get that draft working. McRae also finds himself right behind Patrick Sullivan, number 16. He's that blue and white car at the bottom of your screen. McRae is the red and blue, and then you've got Joseph White. He's in the black and red machine. So these guys with the smaller field, they're still doing a good job keeping it packed up and tight and having a lot of fun together. But they are really driving the ragged edge, and they really haven't lost that much time. Race leader Babinger, he finds himself about 0.4 seconds off his fastest lap of the race, out there pushing all by himself, while these guys are also about 0.4 seconds off their best time. The difference is they didn't have as great of a time as Babinger did earlier on the run. So all these guys doing very well. Everybody's clicking off high 26s or low 27s. It's just going to be who uses up too much tire too soon. As Sullivan currently leading Tyler McRae around this racetrack. All these guys doing a great job. I mean, they're hinting at that battle. They want to make it happen, but nobody wants to show their cards too early tonight and really burn up some tires. As look at this, Sullivan goes a little bit wide. McRae looks to the inside at the start-finish line. Looks like McRae may have the preferred line going into 1 and 2. He is going to run it in deep on Patrick Sullivan. Sullivan's going to drift out way, way high into the marbles. That is not where he wants to be. Drops down back on track, but that is going to kill his run as here comes Joseph White in the number 4 looking to strike. All this pack doing a great job running together. As 4 cars in the pack, Sullivan, White, Sukup, and Kenny Tripp getting involved as well. And expecting to see some lap traffic here pretty soon for Steven Rex and the cars behind him. They're going to be coming up on Mark Proctor here in a moment. As you just saw Proctor going into turns, I believe that was 1 and 2. Let's see as Rex makes his way around. 3 and 4, excuse me. So Rex is going to come out of 4, charge down the start-finish line straight, and then dive into turn 1. These guys are putting down about 27 second lap times as it stands. Proctor put down a 27.69 his last time by. So Proctor is able to get it a little bit more figured out as the run develops. May find himself a little bit happier with that tighter car as the tire wear comes into effect. And I don't think Proctor is using a custom-built setup for this one. I believe he's using the iRacing default Rockingham and just making do with what the sim provides. Jordan Babinger, he's out front with a 26.88 his last time by, holds an 8-second gap over second place Steven Rex, the number 28. But let's look again at Tyler McRae, who's got a freight train of drivers. It's McRae, Sullivan, Sukup, and Kenny all running in this 4-pack. These guys are just going to get more and more confident as the run develops. Everyone's doing a great job out here. The fact that we made it to lap 30, we spoke too soon. Here comes Tyler McRae holding on to it, the number 9. McRae with a big moment, able to hold on to it, but that got very, very dicey for the number 99 very, very quickly. Let's see if we can grab you a replay for that one. McRae with a big, big spin coming out on the back stretch, able to hold on to it, number 9, but a whole lot of shimming and able to get back out there. So well done to McRae, but that is going to prematurely use a little bit of his tires. We're getting reports from some of the guys on pit wall. The expected fuel window is going to be about lap 45 to 50, and it will close on lap 60 if you fuel save, fuel save, fuel save. So thank you to our reporters on pit lane, give us the inside scoop. Travis Sukup, he's in 3rd right now. He's still chased by Kenny Tripp and Joseph White. Patrick Sullivan's coming in the number 16. Going for a bit of an undercut, maybe trying to plan on using all the tires he can. These guys have 3 sets of tires at their disposal. And the battle for 3rd really shaking up. Sukup doing a great job holding on to it. The number 88 machine did a 27.26 his last time by. Tripp and White running almost identical times. White was a little bit faster than that 3-pack, but he did have the advantage of 2 cars in front of him for the draft, so it's going to help him pull back up into those guys every time they go dive into turn 1 and 3. Patrick Sullivan coming out of pit lane after a 34-second pit stop, taking 4 fresh tires and as many jerry cans as these underpaid Street Stock crew chiefs can manage. Street Stocks, this is one of those cars that takes an abnormally long time to fill up the gas tank. I believe iRacing simulates it as jerry cans, so 5-gallon cans manually filling it up, but here we go. Travis Sukup, he's got Kenny Tripp right on the rear bumper. Now Tripp is one of those guys that had a little bit of a rough start in tonight's main event and was getting more and more confident as the run progresses. So he's starting to get that number 12 car dialed in and feeling a little bit better, doing his best to chase down Steven Rex. Excuse me, Travis Sukup. Sukup is in 3rd. Kenny Tripp is in 4th, and Steven Rex still finds himself with about a 5.5 second gap over 3rd place Travis Sukup. Jordan Babinger, he's got a commanding 10-second lead on 2nd place. And look at the racing going on. Here comes Kenny Tripp up the inside. Travis Sukup is going to yield the position coming out of turns 4 onto the start-finish line. And now Kenny, who's getting more and more used to the car underneath him as the setup is starting to come in for him, getting faster and faster, but most importantly, more and more consistent. So let's see when these guys are going to communicate their pit stops. Not sure if we're going to see a bunch of single cars coming in or different guys coming in. Man, very impressed with the caliber of drivers we're having here today. Hoping to see a lot of these guys. I heard some contact. Where was it? I think that was Joseph White. May have gotten to that outside wall. Let's take a look on his right side car. And yes, the number 4 is a little battle worn as he has his first incident. So looks like he's using a little bit of the apron to try and help that car rotate as it starts to tighten up on him. Some of these drivers we talked to in their haulers before tonight's event said, hey, this is one of those tracks that really wears out tires, especially if you don't have a fantastic setup underneath you. And look at that, Tyler McRae starting to stalk some prey here, getting closer and closer to Joseph White. He's whittled down that gap to 0.2 seconds. We saw White have that incident coming out of the corner and just tagging the wall just a little bit. Here comes Tyler McRae. It's going to be a drag race over start-finish line. White does have the preferred line going into turns 1 and 2 as McRae able to run a little bit more speed through the high line and get a better drive on the back stretch. You see Joseph White, the car getting just a little bit unsettled there, gets it back underneath him, and now they're going to be charging back towards the front. Let's take a look at Travis Sukup at the number 88. He's following Kenny Tripp close behind, less than 0.15 seconds separate these two drivers. And they're still charging hard early in. We're not quite to the halfway mark, and you can see Kenny Tripp doing his best to hold on to it to avoid hitting that outside wall, maybe early apexing just a little bit here. Kenny Tripp extended that lap just a little bit. He was about a tenth second of a lap faster than Travis Sukup. Sukup did a 27.10 compared to Tripp's 27 flat that last time by. So let's see if Sukup can hammer down and try and whittle away at that gap just a little bit. This is the battle for third on screen right now. We're currently focused on Travis Sukup and the number 88. He is chasing down Kenny Tripp and the number 12. Tom McRae, he's going to come in on lap 42 for his first stop of the night. Take it back out front. Let's watch Jordan Babinger. Let's take a lap on lower with Babinger. Let you listen to what it sounds like on these street stocks navigating the track. I believe that is Babinger's suspension you hear making the clunky noise coming out of turns 3 and 4. Let's listen to it again in 1 and 2. So Babinger in the 48 seems like he's very, very soft. You hear that suspension working overtime as Andrew Neri, Joseph White, Tyler McRae, they're all in pit lane as it stands. It's going to be Babinger, Rex, Kenny Tripp, and Travis Sukup that have stayed out so far, our top 4 drivers. And there's still a battle for third on track as Kenny Tripp is leading Travis Sukup around and around. Tyler McRae's coming out of pit lane. He's going to try and get his lap back. But Tripp and Sukup have been glued to each other this entire race so far tonight. And we have made it past the halfway mark with no caution. So well done to these drivers, able to hang it out and still do a good job of keeping it clean and green and putting down some very consistent lap times. Tripp's last time by was a 26.95, so that was his second fastest lap of the race. Babinger, the race leader, he's going to come into pit lane on lap 48 to begin his pit cycle. That will Stephen Rex also coming in. And Kenny Tripp's going to stay out one more lap, at least try and run that gas tank all the way down. But I'm surprised. These guys' lap times really not falling off as badly as we thought here at Rockingham. We knew tire wear is going to be an issue, but all of these guys doing a great job holding on to these pogoing race cars around the track. And let's see, how long does Kenny Tripp stay out there in the number 12 machine? He's doing a great job getting some laps led. He's going to try and put the field down as many laps as he possibly can. These pit stops on these street stocks absolutely painfully slow. As we saw Patrick Sullivan, he was in and out of the pits in 34 seconds. Let's see what Babinger, our previous race leader, does. Babinger's going to fill it up to the brim. He's been in his pit stall for 40 seconds so far, and it's still going. A lap time here at Rockingham is only 27 seconds. So Kenny Tripp going to come in. And pretty much the entire field is going to hang out in pit lane together for a moment. Stephen Rex rolling out of pit lane. Rex was in this pit stall for 33 seconds. Andrew Neri, he was in there for a minute 33. We did hear he got a speeding violation. Babinger might have been in the same boat as he was in there for 57 seconds. So let's take an eye. Stephen Rex, he's going to be your lead car once he can lap Kenny Tripp. Let's see if Tripp's in there for 33 seconds, or maybe he had problems like it seemed like a couple of the field did. Sukup showed as a crash, but I'm not sure if that's accurate. He may have been locking up the tires for pit lane, not rightly sure there. Let's grab a quick replay of that one for you. So watching Sukup in the 88, for some reason live timing showed him as crashing. I think it was just at a, tried to bring it into pit lane and absolutely slams the inside of the number 88 machine. So Sukup was able to get it into pit road from there. So we just got a report McRae also with a speeding violation. So some of these guys having a rough go with pit lane here tonight. Stephen Rex will regain the race lead on lap 51. He's your race leader. He came in on lap 47. As man, pit road violations have been the name of the game tonight. I don't want to say all of the drivers, but a lot of the drivers having problems slowing down these street stock machines coming onto pit lane. Now these cars are known for having terrible brakes. They use 1948 tractor brakes from the looks of it. But let's see, will Rex be able to hold it out for the remaining laps and go all the way to the end with a little bit of fuel saving? Are we gonna see the number 28 come in once more, splash off fuel, and then go back out there? Rex, the 28, he puts down a 27 flat his last time by. Patrick Sullivan, second place with a 27.26. We know Sullivan's been very fast all night. He is currently second place in the number 16. Jordan Babinger, our previous race leader, he's running third place right now, putting down 26.81s, 26.85, so he's doing a great job holding it wide open. But here comes the rookie in front of Babinger. That's going to be Mark Proctor, the number 36 machine, finds himself in fifth place but a lap down. He's going to yield the preferred line to the number 48 of Babinger. So Proctor, the 36, always a professional, knows, hey, you know what, I might not quite have the pace here tonight. I'm learning a whole lot as I go, and yields the line to some of the faster drivers on track. Patrick Sullivan, he's running second place all by his lonesome. He's got about a 6-second disadvantage to race leader Stephen Rex. But behind him, he's got the number 48, Jordan Babinger, who's been driving hard all night long. Has been definitely the fastest race car on track. And Babinger with that long pit lane, I'm almost positive that he had a speeding violation as well. So at least 3 drivers with speeding violations. Let's see, as Sullivan still driving very well in the number 16, keeping it relatively clean all the way around. He's got, I believe that's Kenny Tripp right in front of him, number 12, about to go a lap down from Sullivan. And man, listen to the suspension really work on these street stocks. They are all running very, very soft. Some of the guys using a modified setup from another racetrack they use for different series and fine-tuning it just a little bit to make it work. And these guys are, a lot of these guys use one specific track to do their tuning and then dial it in to fit them. So they found the one track that they found was the best for setups and then adjust as needed for different racetracks across the Team Goon Squad Pro Series events that we host here. So it seems to be working, and Patrick Sullivan, one of those guys, doing a great job. Number 16, he does a 27.44 his last time by. But man, Babinger has been flying. He's whittled away that gap to 2.5 seconds. He did a 26.93 his last time by. So Babinger driving the number 48 machine, the Dropping Bombs Racing crew out here in full force tonight, getting in a little bit of seat time before the series kicks off. And he is going to be a guy to keep an eye on all season long, as he is consistently running about a tenth of a second faster than our top two, Stephen Rex out front and Patrick Sullivan in second. Now, Babinger came in on lap 47. Sullivan came on lap 30, so I'm assuming Sullivan will have to top off once more before he is able to complete tonight's event. Mark Proctor still running comfortably in fifth, able to get around Andrew Neri, who had that speeding violation. Neri finds himself at a 11.4 second disadvantage to the rookie Mark Proctor. And that's the biggest thing with these Team Goon Squad Pro Series is, I mean, yes, we want fast, clean drivers. That's always the forefront of any league's mind. No one likes a caution-filled bloodbath. But the biggest thing is find yourself surrounded by folks you can hang out with and, you know, work on going faster. But look at this, Stephen Rex, our race leader. He's got a gaggle of lap cars in front of him. We saw Joseph White at the tail end of that train in the number 4. You see Andrew Neri in the 6.54. Rex doing a great job. He's got about a 7.5 second gap over second place Patrick Sullivan. But we want to see Rex see how he can navigate this traffic. Everybody does a great job trying to keep it clean and avoid any incidents, but all these guys are out there racing for position, charging hard, as Tyler McRae is on the one lap down from Andrew Neri and Mark Proctor. So he's trying to get that lap back and keep charging. Number 4, Joseph White, yields the position to Stephen Rex. Now Rex has got to get away, or through, I should say, the number 6.54 of Andrew Neri. And then the number 99 of Tyler McRae. McRae's a very fast driver. Did have that speeding violation on pit road that unfortunately really hurt his chances of running up front. So now McRae has got to be hoping for a mistake from our race leader, Stephen Rex, or to see if Rex can make it all the way to the end. McRae pitted about 3 laps earlier than Rex. So if I was a betting man, I think you may see one more stop here as guys try and maybe have to top off fuel or take tires. Rex does have the advantage of being out front, but he's got cars in front of him, so it's got to make him nervous. Everybody does their best to race their own race and let people by when they have the opportunity, but sometimes mistakes happen, and as a race leader, you 100% do not want to be caught up in that. With 34 laps to go, right now Rex still holds an 8-second advantage over second place Sullivan, who we are fairly positive will have to pit one more time. And let's watch as Rex dives to the inside of Andrew Neri in the 6.54. And he's got Tyler McRae, the number 99, in front of him, who is also already at least one lap down. Now Joseph White looked like he had a bit of a blink there. Showed him was on pit lane, but that was not the case. And these guys doing a great job. Very consistent, very steady. They're all, again, still within 2-3 tenths of a second of their best lap times. But at Rockingham, this may be one of those tracks the tires won't really fall off or pop until it's too late. The car runs so tight midway through the run, it's hard to tell when it's reached the point of no return. But here comes Stephen Rex. He's going to go inside of Tyler McRae's number 99 Sim Speed Shop sponsored machine. Patrick Sullivan did come in his last lap on lap 66 for 4 fresh tires and a full tank of gas. Now Rex, he's got about an 8-second advantage, an 8.3-second advantage to second place Jordan Babinger in the number 48. But what is the pit strategy going to look like here tonight? Who's going to be able to come in? Oh, McRae gets a little bit loose on number 99. The back end steps out. He does a great job holding on to it. A little bit of a tail tap from both Neri and I believe that was Joseph White. It was the number 4 machine. So Tyler McRae, the number 99, he's still following a race leader, Stephen Rex. Rex has got it all dialed in here today, and then there's Andrew Neri in the 654. All of these guys are several laps down from each other. McRae is going to be starting lap 65, and Neri will be starting lap 66. So Neri actually finds himself, Neri again, he's in the 654, that very shiny purple and baby blue machine. He's a lap ahead of Tyler McRae right now, even as it stands. So Andrew Neri out there just burning laps, happy to be rolling around. But look at this, the rookie, Mark Proctor in the number 36. He is in the top 5 today in the 36 Goon Squad sponsored machine. He also came in on lap 46. He's about on the same tire strategy as our race leaders, Rex, Babinger, Tripp. That is our top 3. So it's going to be very interesting here to see how this plays out with tire and fuel strategy. Are they going to try and stretch it all the way in here at Rockingham? As Proctor is going to come in maybe for an undercut, trying to say, hey, I'm betting on everyone else taking tires and fuel here. Let's play it safe and let's make the first call there. Stephen Rex, still our race leader. He's got an 8.2-second gap over Jordan Babinger. Babinger was running about 0.10 seconds a lap slower than Rex his last time by. As Kenny Tripp comes in, Andrew Neri also coming into pit lane. So these guys playing on their final pit stop of the night, taking 4 tires and going back out with enough fuel to go all the way to the end. But let's see, can Neri avoid getting another speeding violation here, or is it going to make it 2 in a row for the 654? As Stephen Rex doing a great job. He's out there still charging along. He's about a 1/10 of a lap slower than Babinger is every time they go out. But Babinger and Rex both pitted on the same cycle here on lap 47, so it's going to be a waiting game to see who was going to stay out the longest. I would imagine Rex would come in first as Babinger's still whittling away at that gap. We see a whole lot of smoke on pit lane. Not sure what happened there. Babinger slowly whittling away at that gap down to 7.85 seconds. Tyler McRae, he's going to bring into pit lane the number 99 machine. But I think these guys are going for the undercut, hoping to get in and out quicker this time around. But McRae also one of those drivers that got a speeding penalty. And here comes Stephen Rex. He's going to get another lap on Andrew Neri, who did come in a little bit earlier than the rest of the field, trying to get that undercut and go back out. Here comes Rex. He's going to come in with 25 laps to go. Let's take a closer look at the 48 and see, does he take 4 tires here? Or is he going to be on a 2-tire strategy and just a little bit of fuel? I can imagine he would take 4 as there's 24 laps to go as he crosses the line. And that's going to allow folks like Kenny Tripp to get back up there. Patrick Sullivan, Mark Proctor, Andrew Neri all came in between laps 66 and 70. Joseph White's last pit stop was lap 44, so we're expecting to see the number 4 machine come in one more time as the number 28 gets his Jackman underneath that machine to try and get tires on there. I believe he did take a fast repair as well, so he's going out there betting, hey, this is my one chance to have the cleanest car possible. And it looked to me like he only took right side tires. I'm not sure why, since the fuel window is so long. We've seen everybody. There he is. He's in and out 30 seconds. Now let's take a look at current race leader Jordan Babinger, who finds himself about 2 laps ahead of the field right now in the number 48 machine. Babinger's last pit stop was lap 47, as we see most of the field come in between laps 66 and 75. But Babinger, he's got a bit of a lead here. He's been one of the fastest drivers all night long. But now you've got about 3 drivers on lap 66. Rex, Tripp, Sullivan, they're all on the same lap right now. It's going to really depend how long Babinger can stay out there and put down laps. He does a 26.87 his last time by. Kenny Tripp did a 26.67. Sullivan did a 27 flat. So let's see what Rex can do next time he puts a time on the board. And all these guys, again, we're 20 laps to go with a green flag run of 79 laps done so far. I believe that's correct. I'm a broadcaster, not a mathematician, so we make do when we can. But man, these guys doing a great job keeping it very clean and driving the wheels off these things, as Babinger has been consistently one of the fastest cars out there all night. He was actually 0.2 of a second faster than Stephen Rex was. So with these guys having total pit lane times of about 56 seconds to a minute from the time they enter pit lane to the time they get off of pit lane, Babinger is going to stay out as long as he possibly can, try and extend that gap over Stephen Rex in the 28 machine, and hope when he does have to finally come in and take fuel that he can still come out ahead of Stephen Rex in the 28. Now that last time by, Babinger and Rex put down almost identical lap times. So it's going to be very interesting to see how long the 48 stays out here at Rockingham. He's got to be careful about tires blowing out on this very aggressive race service, but so far he's been very consistent even throughout late runs. Looking forward to seeing all these drivers. A lot of dropping bombs, painted cars out there today. I believe they're going to be running the Pro Series here at TeamGoonSquad.com. A lot of very talented drivers. But, man, the question of the day is, how long can Babinger stay out there on that set of tires and that fuel? His last pit stop was lap 47. He may be able to stretch it all the way to the end on fuel. But I'm wondering, is he going to be worried about a tire blowing out in the 48 machine, or is he going to be able to stretch it out to the end? Stephen Rex currently in second place in the number 28 machine. He's got Kenny Tripp, Patrick Sullivan on the same lap as him, but Rex currently holds about a 15.6 second gap to Kenny Tripp running in third place, and a 20-second gap to fourth place Patrick Sullivan. Meanwhile, fifth place, Mark Proctor, again, is fantastic. He's running the top 5. Well done to him. He is running about a minute 18, but let's look at this. I believe he got a battle for fifth shaking up on the racetrack, as Mark Proctor is diving into coming out of turn 4, excuse me. Behind him, he's got his teammate Andrew Neri in the 654 charging. Neri wants to take the top 5 spot away from the rookie street stock driver. Proctor's last time by was a 27.46. Neri put down a 27.11. So Neri about 0.3 of a second faster, and a 0.3 separates these two drivers right now. So let's see, are these guys going to battle hard with 14 laps to go, or will Proctor yield the position to his teammate? I don't expect Proctor to give it up too easy, as Neri's going to have a run going down the back stretch. Is he going to dive to the inside in 3 and 4? No, he is going to wait and try and get a little bit more momentum on the 36 coming out in the start-finish line here. Let's see, does Neri get a good run coming out of 4 and look to the inside of the 36, or is he going to wait, really pick his moments here? As the Team Goon Squad drivers currently running for 5th and 6th on track. Neri almost gives a little bit of a tail tap to the wall going down that Thunder Valley painted outside line. Neri getting closer and closer to 36. When are we going to see a move for the top 5? Neri wants a top 5 bad. He's had not quite the best luck at the Street Stock Series so far. Oh, Proctor gets a little bit loose. Neri has to check up. Behind him, I believe that's the race leader, Jordan Babinger. Let's take a quick look. We'll go back to Neri, as these guys are still battling very, very hard for 5th place. 11 laps to go for these drivers. They are about 2 laps down from the positions in front of them and about 4 laps down from the leaders, but they are charging like it's no tomorrow. They've got their own race going on, and they're pushing very, very hard. As there's the 28 of Steven Rex. He's a lap ahead of these guys. Both lap drivers move to the outside line to give the faster traffic an easy way through. Proctor drops down low, trying to pick up the draft of Steven Rex. 10 laps to go. Who's going to be our top 5 spot here today? Jordan Babinger still out front. Steven Rex second. Kenny Tripp third. Patrick Sullivan fourth. And right now on your screen, you're watching Mark Proctor in the 36, Andrew Neri in the 654, battling hard for 5th place. Can Proctor hold on to it in his street stock debut for one of the Team Goon Squad races? Or can Andrew Neri, the 654, dive down the inside, going into turns 1 and 2? It looks like Neri's going to get through clean as day, and Neri's going to look like he will hold the top 5 spot with 8 laps to go. Up front, Jordan Babinger with a commanding lead. He's got about a 47-second gap over Steven Rex in 2nd place. It's looking like he's going to make it last on fuel alone. He's on very old tires. He came in on lap 47. The rest of the field, again, came in between laps 66 and 70. So Babinger looks like he'll be able to make it a one-stop race. We've got Grace Neary tuning in tonight. She's cheering on the 654 from Canada. Always a pleasure to see her. Looking forward for, oh, a big hit from the number 4 into the outside wall. Able to hold on to it and get out of the way of all the cars, but that was a fantastic hit. Going back, always great to see Neri cheering in from Canada for her husband, Andrew. I believe they're planning a reunion tour here soon where Neri will be traveling up to the Great North to see his dearly beloved. So happy for both of them. A better love story than Twilight here at the Team Goon Squad broadcasting channel. Bronson tuning in saying Babinger P1, the Cheatin' DBR cars. A lot of great fans tuning in tonight. Always a pleasure to have you out here. Couldn't do it without you guys. You're watching Babinger trying to get around lap traffic. That's Joseph White and the number 4. 5 laps to go. Babinger doing a fantastic job staying out front, charging hard. Always a pleasure to have all of these talented street stock racers join us whenever they can. An absolute pleasure. Number 44, or the number 4, excuse me, I'm not sure what he's doing, swerving all across the racetrack. Gotta be given a little bit of a fright there, the number 48, our current race leader. It's gonna be 4 laps to go once he crosses the line. And man, what a great run from Babinger, the number 48 machine. He's led the most laps here tonight. He went with the one tire stop strategy. I'm a little tongue-tied over that one. And it seems to be working for him. Here comes the number 16 trying to get his lap back. That's Patrick Sullivan, who's absolutely charging. What I think you're seeing right now is Babinger is in prime time fuel-saving mode with 4 laps to go. The gap to Steven Rex has really dropped down. Babinger's about 2 seconds a lap slower than what he has been. So let's take an onboard and listen to what Babinger's doing right now. So listen as he goes into turn 3 and 4 here. Oh, even down the backstretch, he's fuel saving. So Babinger shut the 48 machine off almost halfway down the stretch. He is going to be down to the wire on fuel. He is clutching it all the way around the racetrack at this point, letting the other drivers wave him around saying, hey, I'm just trying to make it to the end. Steven Rex has whittled down the gap to 25 seconds as Babinger is about 5 seconds off of his best pace, doing his best to save as much fuel as possible. But can the number 48 machine make it all the way to the end here? As he is rapidly slowed down, the white flag is out. Is the final lap Babinger coasting around the racetrack, trying to make it on fuel. It's going to be so close. It's the last lap. He's doing everything he can to bring it home with the line. He is crawling around the racetrack here at Rockingham. And right here, he's going to use every ounce of fuel left in the reserve. And Babinger is going to make it across the line. Still under his own power. Well done to Babinger. Babinger completely turned the engine off. I believe he is out of gas in the number 48 machine. No, he's got a little bit left in the reserve, but well done to Babinger here tonight, doing a great run. Unfortunately, I don't think you're going to have any fuel left over for the post-race burnout. As he gets a little bit of a love tap from his friend and teammate, Todd McRae in the number 99. Well done to these drivers, able to get all the way on that track. Well done to Babinger for making it on fuel. I know that was a nail biter for that DBR-sponsored machine. And he does have a little bit of fuel left in reserve to do a couple burnouts for the fans here tonight. And now I believe the 48 has used all the fuel possibly allowed on that street stock. So he has come to a slow stop. And he's going to get a push from the number 12, Kenny Tripp, to make it into victory lane. Spectacular friendship and teammates out there tonight. That's what it's all about here at the Team Goon Squad Series. Having a bunch of fun with like-minded drivers. And well done to Kenny Tripp, the number 12, pushing Jordan Babinger into the winner's circle. That's got to be the play of the day right there. Great to see so many great guys out here having a lot of fun with each other. And let's take a look at the official results for the night. It's going to be Babinger out front, Stephen Rex second, Kenny Tripp third, Patrick Sullivan fourth, Andrew Neri fifth, the rookie, Mark Proctor sixth, and you've got Tyler McRae seventh, Joseph White eighth, Travis Sukup ninth, and after that, a lot of drivers that did not able to continue all the way to the end. We're waiting to get Kenny Tripp up in the broadcaster's booth. As let's get third place, Stephen Rex up in the booth. Rex put it on the podium just ever so slightly, the number 12 machine, but great run out there tonight.
Oh yeah, no, I was in the 28. Kenny finished third. I think I finished second.
My apologies. I grabbed the wrong guy, but welcome second place, Stephen Rex, number 28.
Yeah, no problem, man. It was fun. It was a good run. Man, I don't know what Jordan figured out, but he had us covered, and he was able to do one less pit stop than everybody else. I thought I was going to get him at the end when he was saving fuel, but I did notice he was doing donuts there at the finish line, and he ran out of gas. But overall, good race. I appreciate you putting this on.
Always a pleasure having you guys. A bunch of good drivers having a lot of fun together is what it's all about. Rex, before I let you sign off tonight, I know you're pumped for a second, but if there's anybody out there listening that you'd like to give a shout-out to, the floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, just my teammates over at DBR. We work on setups all the time. They helped me out tonight a lot because I didn't I wasn't able to get home from work early enough, but thank everybody. I appreciate it.
Well, always a pleasure, Steve. We'll see you at the next one, my friend.
Thanks, James. Take care.
Up next, you've got Kenny Tripp in the number 12, scoring third place tonight, getting it on the box. Kenny, I know it wasn't the race you wanted, but still a great run from everybody out there tonight. Did you have much, if any, practice coming in tonight, or did you just show up cold and put on a show?
I logged in at 8 and was going to run some laps, but I had some unexpected company show up, so I didn't get but maybe 10 practice laps in. Threw something together, and we ended up in third. Car was decent towards the end. I made some tire pressure changes, but I could have been a lot better if I had some more time.
Yeah, it looked like you got more and more comfortable out there. We saw a couple little tail taps for the fans, but once you got used to the car and made those adjustments, you were really picking up speed. Was it a fun track to drive in this street stocks? How is it compared to some of the faster cars you may have taken around here?
This track is just rough, and no matter what you drive it in a street stock, it almost feels like you're actually dirt tracking half the time. As long as you can keep the cross member off the ground and like a loose car, you can do good here. But it's not my favorite track.
We did a great job. I mean, you put down one of the fastest laps of the race at 26.54, and just I think Babinger with that play of the day coming in for that one-stop strategy really surprised everybody. Now, Kenny, before I let you go and pop the champagne and celebrate, is there anybody you'd like to give a shout-out to that may be watching along tonight? Any friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I got to thank my wife more especially. She lets me do this thing for fun. And Maine Mobile Truck Service, which is a real-time sponsor. My nephew, Brandon Varney Setups. He obviously didn't help me tonight. I didn't have time, but he usually does a lot of setup help with me. And I just like doing this. It's a lot of fun.
Well, Kenny, I've said it before, and we've been saying all broadcasts. It's all about finding like-minded folks to play race car with on the weeknight. So always a pleasure having you up here, buddy. We hope to see you up here again.
Yes, I'd also like to thank Tyler McRae for inviting me out tonight. I didn't know he was doing this on Thursdays, but I will definitely be back. I had a lot of fun.
Awesome. Great to see you, Kenny. Take care, man.
You as well. Thanks for the help.
And then the man of the hour, the number 48, could not be stopped. Jordan Babinger, that one-stop strategy. You must have been a little bit nervous at the end. We saw the fuel saving start with about 4 laps to go. Were you a little bit apprehensive you were going to run out there on that run?
Yeah, I was trying to save throughout the run a little bit. But then we got to 10 laps to go, and I seen I was about 2 laps short, so I was kind of worried there, yeah.
You made it happen. You left just enough for the post-race burnouts, which we appreciate up here in the broadcast booth. And then we saw friend Kenny Tripp push you to the victory lane with probably the funniest camera angle we got all night. How was the car feeling running that much on one set of tires in that final run for you?
Oh, the setup drove great. I mean, it never changed throughout the whole run. It's probably one of the best setups I've ever ran, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you did a 26.48. You very rarely got above a 27 flat. It looked really, really great for you. DBR guys really putting it together throughout the week shows just what a good setup can do. Did you expect to run out front so dominantly here tonight, or were you a little bit surprised at the pace you were able to carry?
I mean, I had an idea that it was going to be pretty good, but I didn't think it was going to be that good because I never ran any long runs with it there in qualifying, nothing more than 10 or 15. But that was really good.
Humble and fast, Jordan. We hope to see you back more often, man. Always a pleasure having you. Before I let you sign off, if there's any friends, family, sponsors you'd like to give a shout-out to, the floor is yours.
It's like thank you for calling the race and you guys for doing race control for us, and thank Tyler for inviting me in DBR.
Oh, always a great time, Jordan. Hope to see you more in the future, my friend.
Yep, thanks a lot.
And that is going to do it for tonight's Street Stock Showdown, sponsored by East Action Sports. If you want in on the action, check us out, www.teamgoonsquad.com. It's got a link to the Discord. You can hang out with the other racers. All these guys are very, very friendly folks. They're all dedicated to increasing the quality of racing. So if you're a little bit apprehensive about running a Pro Series, but not just a little bit on the fence, hop in Discord, ask some questions. Everybody will be glad to help you out. On behalf of Team Goon Squad Broadcasting, I'm James East in the booth, always bringing the action, 1080p, 60 frames a second. We'll see you next week, same time, same place.